Hey, the election results are coming in, and the winner is Goldman Sachs. Wall Street, the military-industrial complex, health insurance CEOs, and out-of-control inequality and corruption. Whoopee! What now? Everything. The libs are going to go back to sleep at their long collective brunch, and I say good. We don't need them. They only get in the way anyway. America has elected the architect of the system that gave us the last 4 years. Expecting that architect to fix our problems is final proof that America is a failed state. Well, what happens next? It doesn't matter who's in the House or in the Senate. We, the people, must rise up. We must make demands. Americans need health care now. Americans need a stimulus check now. Americans need the wars to end now. They need a living wage now. Being in the streets isn't enough unless that street is in front of the White House, City Hall, or a politician's home. Politicians stand for nothing unless we are standing on them. Accept no more excuses from Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders. Movements have to move. Workers have the power. Workers make this nation run. Workers make the profits. Labor needs to exercise this power now. We need to stop talking about pushing the nation left. We're not pushing the nation left. We're pushing the nation back to the people. No matter what the political hacks try to convince you of, America has elected a bona fide racist into the presidency. Joe Biden has done more damage to the minorities with policy, more damage to minorities than all of Donald Trump's tweets combined. Democrats' marketing campaign has turned a demented puppet of the oligarchy, an enemy of working people, into Uncle Joe. Yeah, an uncle who would kick your family out of their home, steal your money, cut your Social Security, and give it to the banks and credit card predators while sending your children to war. We need an anti-war movement to rise up now. The next commander-in-chief is a warmonger. You could not find someone with more blood on their hands than Joe Biden. Biden has backed every war for the last 30 frickin' years. Democrats will sell you overseas wars under the banner of humanitarianism, under the banner of protecting the international order, under the banner of spreading democracy. Don't be fooled by the Democrats' concerned face for imperialism. All the techniques used for Russiagate are going to be deployed against the dissent from the left. Just know that. All the independent media that willingly went along with Russiagate and fed into the hysteria of Russiagate, they need to make a stand now. Do you stand against the corrupt power class, or do you serve the establishment narrative? We need an independent media that has guts. We need an independent media that will stand on principle. We need an independent media that pushes politicians instead of protecting them. Democrats are going to hide behind Kamala Harris. They're going to use her identity, her gender, her fake charm. The happy enforcer of Joe Biden's racist mass incarceration state, Kamala Harris was the VP choice for a reason. Ignore her. We must stand with all communities who will now be targeted by a friendlier, more competent, better-mannered, privatized incarceration state under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We can't wait. There's going to be a Republican wave in 2022. Republicans have the money and the networks to reconstruct itself from the ashes. Democrats will pretend to be the victims of process and pragmatism. Don't give in to the Democrats' gaslighting. I mean, the nation's in crisis. People are out of money. The economy's being sucked dry by billionaires. Millions of people are losing their health care, losing their jobs and their homes. And now we're going to have no Trump to distract us. Democrats are going to be forced to show which side are they on. We need Medicare for all. No public option. No public option. Public option was the compromise position 13 years ago. A public option will create an apartheid healthcare system where taxpayers will be paying for people who actually need healthcare while the subsidized insurance companies get more money than ever. Any politician trying to convince you that the public option is a good deal is your enemy and a sellout. No means-tested programs. That only divides us. We're in this together. I do better when you do better. We need a Green New Deal, and we need it now because the planet is facing climate collapse, and Joe Biden's plan targets 2050. Joe Biden's going to be dead before then, but under his plan, we'll all be dead before 2050. A massive Green New Deal infrastructure plan will boost our economy coming out of this pandemic, and it'll create jobs and create an economy for the future. It's going to save the planet, and it's going to save our children. But Joe Biden's more interested in short-term profits. His owners are more interested in short-term profits, which is why he is. Short-term profits is the only thing that drives our failed system. They're driving us to a short-term future. Here's what we have to demand out of the Democrats in the first 30 days. Living wages, stimulus checks, end our support for the Yemen war, deal with student debt, pardon whistleblowers, single-payer, universal health care, UBI. Don't let them play the numbers game in Congress. If they don't give us health care in the middle of a pandemic, the political system's failure will demand its demise. We got to do everything to save ourselves. We got to do direct action, general strikes, a people's party. The country has a deadline. The American people have a deadline. The planet has a deadline. We must fight for the world we need. This is the end of politics and the beginning of history. It's up to us to make that history. peoplesparty.org. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.